Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video on my channel. Thank you for the support on the recent videos, it's really much appreciated. This video is just going to be my reaction on the World Cup 2022 in Qatar, the draw that was made on Friday. This is going to be my reaction to the groups and who I think will get out each group and so on and so forth. So in Group A, we've got the host Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and Netherlands. So we'll quickly go through Group A. We've got the host Qatar, which I don't really know much about. They took part in the Copa America in 2019, if I believe. The first Arab country to host the World Cup. Credit to them. There's a few things that I don't approve of in that country, but you know, hopefully they'll get that sorted as the World Cup approaches and everything like that. But good luck to Qatar in the World Cup. They're the hosts. Let's hope it turns out to be a good and safe World Cup. Ecuador, probably the surprise package that I didn't expect to see, to be honest, in this World Cup. They've got some good young players apparently in Enner Valencia, former West Ham striker. Caicedo, who plays for Brighton as well, young midfielder, very talented. Good few young players, Ecuador. Didn't expect to see him at the World Cup. Don't really know what to expect, but best of luck to them. Senegal, AFCON 2022 champions. Mane getting them past Egypt again in the shootout. These could be a dark horse, Senegal. They're very well organised. They've got players like Koulibaly, Mane, and quite a few others to name of as well. So Senegal could be a surprise package in this tournament. They're the African champions. They've got momentum. So who knows where Senegal could go in this tournament. And then we've got the European country, Netherlands, who we know very well. Some very good players, Van Dijk, Van der Beek, Botman. Up front, they've got Depay, De Jong in midfield as well. Yeah, they've got a good amount of good players, talent, Netherlands. Louis van Gaal's manager again for his second spell. Netherlands, you don't know what really to expect from them, to be honest. Yes, they've got quality, but they haven't been at the highest level since probably the 2010 World Cup, you could say, when you had the likes of Van Persie, Huntley are up front, Robben, Schneider, that prime Holland team in 2010, who got to the World Cup final, I think. So yeah, Netherlands, they're on the way back up. They've got some quality players. I do think they will win this group. I think they will qualify as the winners of the group. In second place, I am going to go for Senegal. I think they will just sneak through the group. As I said, with the quality they've got at the back in Koulibaly, and then up front they've got Mane, etc. I think they are going to be a very, very good organised team, Senegal, in this tournament. And I think they will sneak through. Qatar, I do think your time up at your own World Cup will end in the group stage. No one wants that as the host, but I just don't think you've got that amount of good quality to get through the group. And Ecuador probably finish third or fourth in the group, probably. Maybe get through, I don't know, but maybe in a couple of years' time, in a few years' time at the next World Cup, you can progress even further. But from Group A, I'm having Netherlands as group winners and Senegal to go through in second place. Okay, we're going to Group B. We've got England, Iran, USA, and the winner of the European playoff, which will be Wales versus Scotland or Ukraine. England, probably the best team in this group, one of the favourites for the tournament, in my opinion. Not just as an England fan, but with the quality they've got as well all over the pitch. Kane, Grealish, Mount, Foden, Sterling, Henderson. Quality all over the pitch. Trent, Shaw, Chilwell, James. Quality team we've got England. And yes, you could question the goalkeeper. Who would be the goalkeeper in the tournament? I am going to go with Ramsdale for the goalkeeper in the tournament, even though I think Southgate will pick Pickford. I am going to go Ramsdale just on form and the season and how he's been. And a few question marks over the centre-backs as well, in Maguire, Mings, Stones. In my opinion, I would go John Stones and Harry Maguire in this tournament. I'd give them another chance to play together because they've done well in the last World Cup, the Euros as well. So yeah, England, one of the favourites to win the tournament. We'll go into Iran then. I don't really know much about Iran, to be honest. I don't know many of the players. I know they've got former Brighton player Hambach in their ranks, who's now at Feyenoord. That's probably the only player I really know, to be honest. I don't really know much about them, but I know they are a really, really good side in the Asian part of the world, and they do seem to qualify for every World Cup, and they are one of the best Asian sides out there, so we can never take them for granted. We should never take anyone for granted. But there'll be a fine opposition to face. I'm sure they'll make it difficult for the likes of England and the USA. But Iran, I'm sure you'll have a decent tournament, but will you go through? I'm not sure. We'll go on to the USA then. They've got players such as Pulisic, Kenny, Dyke, Reina. They've got some quality players, USA, especially going forward. Defensively, I don't really know much about them. But I'm sure they'll provide a stern test for the likes of England. They'll be good defensively going forward as well. They'll have the threats. I don't think they'll go far in the tournament, but maybe out of the group they could. Who knows? And then the European playoff, it's hard to tell because we don't really know who's there yet. Wales are in the playoff final as such. We've just got to wait for the other game to be played between Scotland and Ukraine for obvious reasons. I think Wales will get there though. They'll provide a threat of Ramsey, Bale, and a few young talents like Brennan Johnson, Nico Williams in defence. Dan James as well with his pace. Yeah. But in this group, I think England will top the group. 3 wins out of 3. That's my bold prediction. And then I do think Iran or one of the European countries will finish second. I think Iran or USA will fight it out for the 3rd and 4th spot. I don't want to disrespect them. It's just what I know about them. I don't think they're as strong as England or the other European country, to be honest, in terms of depth and strength in players. But yeah, I'm sure England will top this group and will progress easily enough without any trouble. And we'll see what develops between the other 3 countries. Okay, we'll go into Group C then. We've got Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Argentina, big team in South America. Lionel Messi. Is this going to be his last World Cup? Is this his last chance to win a World Cup with his country? He's recently won the Copa America, if I'm not mistaken, with Argentina, and they beat Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, as well. They're unbeaten in 3 years. They haven't lost a game. They're in really good form, Argentina, so they will be one of the big favourites to win this tournament. Saudi Arabia, they got to the last World Cup in Russia, one of the Asian teams again, doing well, progressing very nicely. I don't agree with things that go on outside of football, but football related, they look good. They managed to get through the playoffs. And they'll provide a stern test for the likes of Mexico and Poland as well. Mexico, in the North American section, they finished 3rd in their qualifying behind the USA and Canada. They've got players like Jimenez, Lozano possibly as well. So they have got quality. Mexico and Poland as well, one of the European countries. Recently playing England in the past 12 months. Lewandowski up front, one of the best strikers in the world. Zielinski as well, in behind at the number 10. Glick as well at the back. Szczesny in goal. They've got some good quality players. They've got Matty Cash as well now on their ranks, Poland. So they will provide a stern test. I think this is a very tough group to predict. But I think Argentina will top the group. I think Poland will finish second in the group. I think Mexico will finish third in the group. And I think Saudi Arabia will finish fourth in the group. These are just my predictions, so please don't take any of these to heart. I just go off the base of how strong the team is compared to the other ones and just base it on quality and more realistic predictions, to be honest. But it could go either way. It's a World Cup. Anyone could beat anyone. But they're my predictions for Group C. We'll go into Group D then. We've got France, Denmark, Tunisia, and the winner of the Intercontinental Playoff 1, which I think is Costa Rica versus New Zealand. Let me just double check that for you. Group D. No, it's not. It's the UAE or Australia versus Peru, sorry. France, holding World Cup champions. They'll provide a stern test anyway with their quality, such as Mbappe, Pogba, Benzema, Coman. The quality France have got, they could win anything. They could win everything, France. Denmark, good tidy team, got to the semi-finals of the Euros this past year. Eriksen in midfield. Jorgensen up front. Got some quality. Tunisia, I don't really know much about, to be honest with you. They had England in the last World Cup. England beat them with a last-minute header by Harry Kane. I don't really know much about them, but I think France will win this group. I think Denmark will finish second. I think the Intercontinental Playoff team will finish third, and I think Tunisia will finish fourth. Again, this is based off my opinions of the countries, based on the quality of the players and how the fixtures are working out as well. So yeah, that's my prediction for Group D. We'll move on to Group E then. We'll get through these quickly. We've got Spain, Intercontinental Playoff 2, which will be Costa Rica or New Zealand, Germany and Japan. This is a very tough group to predict. Spain won the World Cup in 2010 in extra time. Germany as well. Good team, good players. Havertz, Werner, Kimmich, Muller. Good quality players in each area. Japan provide a threat as well from the Asian side of it. Spain, quality players all over the pitch. I do think Spain will top this group. I think Germany will also qualify from the group stage. I think the Intercontinental Playoff team will finish fourth and Japan will finish third in the group. But as I said, these are my opinions on them. I don't really know much about these countries, which is why I'm being so brief about it. I will do a more in-depth video as the World Cup approaches. I'm just doing a brief overview of the draw. But I do think Spain win in first, Germany in second, Japan in third, and the Intercontinental Playoff 2 between Costa Rica or New Zealand will finish fourth in the group. We'll go on to Group F. We've got Belgium, Ghana, Morocco, and Croatia. Okay. Belgium, good team, quality players, De Bruyne, Lukaku, Carrasco. Good solid defence as well. Ghana, Had a very underwhelming AFCON this year. Got knocked out in the group stages. Morocco as well did okay in the AFCON. Hakimi, their threat mostly going forward from fullback. Croatia, very aging team, but a lot of quality in there. I think Belgium will win the group. I think Croatia will sneak through in second place. I think Morocco will finish third, and I think Ghana will finish fourth. Again, this is my prediction for the tournament, just based on the quality of the teams yet again with the players. So Belgium will finish top, Croatia will finish second, Morocco third, and Ghana fourth for me. We'll go on to Group G then. We've got Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Brazil, one of the favourites to win the tournament, as they always are. They've got players like Neymar, Jesus, Rafinha, Fred in midfield, piles of options they've got. Thiago Silva at the back, very good veteran, experienced defender. Ederson and Alisson in goal. They've got a choice of goalkeepers to choose from. Serbia, I don't really know much about, but they did beat Portugal, if I'm not wrong, to qualify automatically for the tournament. They've got Mitrovic up front, who's got 37 goals in the English Championship this season. Very fine striker who does it on the international stage as well. Switzerland, who England have just played, presented themselves very well. Strike players like Shaqiri, Embolo, as well. Xhaka in midfield. Very good midfielder, gets himself about the pitch. And then Cameroon, I don't really know much about, but they had a decent AFCON, I think. Not a bad African Cup of Nations this year. But I'm going to go for Brazil top in the group, Switzerland to finish second in the group, Serbia to finish third in the group, and Cameroon to finish fourth in the group. This is just based on the quality of players and the countries that are there, their rankings, etc. So nothing personal, just my opinion of how I think the World Cup's going to go. If I get it completely wrong, I get it completely wrong. This is the sport of football that we live in. Anyone can beat anyone. We'll go on to the last group then. We've got Portugal, Canada, Uruguay and South Korea. Portugal, good team. Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, Silva, Guedes. Midfield of Moutinho, Neves as well in there. Plenty of quality. Do I think they've got the right coach? No, I think their coach is holding them back massively from the quality that they've got. But I think they will be a force in this World Cup. This will be Ronaldo's last World Cup probably. So he'll want to win this, as he'll win everything if he is winning this. Canada, first time in the World Cup for over 30 years. Congratulations to them. They finished top of their North America qualifying above the USA and Mexico. They've got fine players like Jonathan David, Alphonso Davis as well. Fullback, very surprise package. Do I think they'll progress any further in the group? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Uruguay, very aging but quality team in Luis Suarez, Edison Cavani, Lo Celso's Argentinian, sorry. Uruguay, good players in attacking areas. Godin at the back's very aging as well. So I do think they do eventually have to bring through some younger players, but they have got experience in there which may get them through the group. And South Korea, the only real player I know is Heung-min Son. He can't do it on his own, so we'll see what South Korea is about. I'm going to go for Portugal winning the group, Uruguay to get through in second, South Korea in third, and Canada in fourth. I do apologise for rushing through the groups. I just don't know much about the countries in depth at this moment in time, as the draw has just been made. This video is just a reaction of it's just my thoughts and reaction based on the draw and who I think will finish where, based on rankings and the team, etc. So I do apologise if you think I have rushed through it too quickly. They are my predictions and thoughts on the groups and who I think will finish in what position in the groups. We'll quickly go through the format and the schedule then. 4 matches will be played each day during the group stage, which will run over a 12-day period and see winners and runners-up progress to the round of 16. Matches will only be assigned to particular venues after the finals draw, so organisers can choose optional kick-off times to suit television audiences in different countries, as well as supporters out in Qatar. Unlike at Euro 2020, there will be a third-place playoff game on December the 17th. Group stage, it all kicks off with Senegal versus the Netherlands. Kick-off 10 a.m. And then England will kick off theirs at 1 p.m. on that day against Iran at a 1 p.m. kick-off. And then it will go to Qatar against Ecuador at 4 p.m. And then they'll finish the day back in Group B, USA versus Scotland, Wales or Ukraine at 7 p.m. So on that first day, Group A and B first games will all be completed. Not messing about, are they? Tuesday the 22nd, Group C, Argentina versus Saudi Arabia at 10 a.m. Then they'll jump to Group D, Denmark versus Tunisia at 1 p.m. Then they'll jump back to Group C at 4 p.m. for Mexico versus Poland. And then finish the day off with Group D, France versus the UAE, Australia and Peru. The Wednesday, they'll go to Group F, Morocco versus Croatia at 10 a.m. Then they'll jump to Group E for the 1 p.m. kickoff versus Germany and Japan. And then they'll finish Group E at 4 p.m. with Spain versus Costa Rica or New Zealand. And then they'll finish the day with Group F with Belgium versus Canada at 7 p.m. And then on the Thursday, they'll finish the first round of games at Group G and H. Kicking off is Group G, Switzerland versus Cameroon at 10 a.m. Group H, Uruguay versus South Korea at 1 p.m. Group H again at 4 p.m, Portugal versus Ghana. And then finishing the first round of group fixtures, Brazil versus Serbia at 7 p.m. So they're doing 2 groups, 4 games in a day. So England will have pretty much the group done and dusted within 10 days, 10 to 12 days, won't they? But we'll look forward to it. Plenty of football in the winter, the first Winter World Cup as well. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the fixtures and what you're looking forward to about the World Cup. Again, I apologise about rushing through the teams. I will do a more in-depth video closer to the time about each country and where their strengths and weaknesses are. But please let me know down below who you think will win each group and who do you think will go out. Thank you for the support. Please like and subscribe. And thanks again. Speak to you soon.